did you feel about your character's transformation throughout the last season, and where do you think we'll be seeing her go moving forward?
Well, when we find Alice in season 4, she's in jail. We pick it up right where we left off. She's going through a lot of regret, and it's kind of a redemption story for her this season. Last year, she was a lost soul trying to figure out who she is, and she never figured it out. And this season, I think she's kind of given in to a lot of realities, and magic isn't going anywhere. Magic is what it is, and I think she's just trying to figure out. Well, from the get-go, she's trying to figure out how to get out of jail and how to save her friends. But I don't know. I think we're going to see an even different version of Alice this season. I really like to switch her up as much as possible.
What can you tell us about the relationship between her and Quentin?
I mean, not a lot has happened so far in the scripts that I've gotten between them, but Alice is kind of on her own at the moment. We just started shooting, so I don't actually know where it's going this season, but I mean, that's my favorite part about the books. It's my favorite storyline. It's what drew me to the show, so I know it's not going anywhere. I'm sure we're going to explore that tons throughout the season. I just don't know yet. Yeah. I mean, I know that everyone's mad at Alice right now. I don't know why. I think she did the right thing, but I'm partial.
There was so much that went on last year. What was your favorite moment and then the hardest moment for you as an actress to play?
The finale was really hard, just from a logistical standpoint. I had a lot of the cast in one set. I had the flu, Hale had the flu.
Oh, no.
We didn't have a lot of time to shoot a lot of it, and our director was going through, there's fires in California, everyone was worried their house was burning. It was like a lot of like stressful time, and somehow we managed to like shoot this whole episode like a play, like in order, in front of everybody, which was really fun and difficult. Was it my favorite thing to shoot? No. I don't remember. I honestly don't, I'm so deep in season 4 right now that I'm forgetting the last 2 seasons are kind of a blur.
Have you ever read one of the script? Okay, there's like a lot of super weird plot lines, especially like season 2-ish. This season was really fun. Did you ever read a script and think like, what am I even reading right now?
Literally every script. They have a way of writing really ridiculous things, and at first I was like, signed up for this really grounded book, I thought. But then it worked out really well because all the actors really care, and they're all very serious actors and thespians. A lot of us have been working a long time, and so it's just our job to ground what they write. And I think the balance of them writing some crazy shit balanced with us taking it very seriously is what makes the magicians the magicians. I think if we played into the camp, I mean, so sorry, that would have been crazy. Thank you very much. I think the only ones who play slightly into the camp is Margot and Elliot, but it's totally their character to be that way, over the top, but everyone else grounds it, and I think that now when I read the scripts, I'm not judging them from a standpoint of like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, okay, how do I tell that crazy story through the eyes of this human being Alice that I know? That's the only way to do it.
So, what do you think about Alice's search for knowledge? I feel like that's been kind of like a very defining aspect of her life, where she seems to place that before almost everything. Where do you think that motivation comes from, and where do you think that desire comes from?
Well, Alice is the only one born into magic, so her relationship with it is very different, and I think her comfort zone is in her brain. Which is a fun thing to play as a woman on television, to play against a lot of the stereotypes that I get put in often, and I don't know, I don't know how to answer that. Ask the question one more time.
Where do you think her motivation comes from for placing the desire for knowledge and protecting knowledge above everything else?
I think it's just the only thing she really knows she can depend on. If she does the work, the thing will happen, hopefully. She's not an emotional creature like some of the other characters, but I don't know. She just, when Alice fails, open a book. That's just like what Alice does and what she knows. That's not how I am as a person. I definitely am not that way. So I don't know. I'm fascinated by that. That's the decisions she makes. yeah, I don't know.
When you come to Comic-Con, what kind of feedback do you get from fans that's especially meaningful to you?
It's been fascinating. The fans, especially over the years, have gotten very personal with us, and they've gotten really comfortable with telling us their life stories and their traumas that they've had, because we deal with trauma so much on the show from different areas. You know, Alice has died, Julia's gone through sexual assault, Alice's dad died. Like, there's so many traumas on the show, and it seems to really touch the fans in a way that they feel comfortable to tell us about their traumas, and it's always very moving. I've never experienced fandom like this. When we were in New York Comic Con last year, every single question was something personal that had happened to them, and they were crying with the microphone. And I don't know, I've been going to Comic Cons as a nerdy fan for many years, and you don't see that very often. So I think we have a very giving audience.
Alice has always been very analytical. Do you think that that's going to be an asset or a detriment for her as far as being when she's trapped in the library?
I mean, it's hurt her in the past. I think it'll be an asset. So far in the scripts, it's felt like an asset. I think being smart can get you into trouble, but it can also save your ass. So I don't know. Yeah, I think it'll help her. Yeah.
The show has such a strong ensemble cast. I'm wondering, who would you like to work more with in the future that you necessarily haven't shared as many scenes with?
I miss working with Summer, who plays Margot, or Janet, or whatever, so many names. Yeah, no, her and I got to have some scenes in season 1 together, and I thought that the chemistry between Alice and Margot was really interesting. They're two alphas, but very different kinds of alphas, so I wish I worked more with Summer. Yeah.
Do you ever get
Go ahead.
Do you ever get a script and see all the crazy things it seems that everyone else on the show at some point gets to do? And Alice is always the very grounded one, the very analytical one. Do you ever go to like Sarah John and be like, I just want to do something crazy, like, you know? Or is that just where her comfort zone is? She's the brain.
Yeah, I really request things from them. I don't want her to ever be funny. As much as like that's not a fan favorite, they love like the outrageous funny character. It just doesn't make sense for Alice, and I try to respect that. So if something comes along that's too funny or isn't dry and grounded enough for her, then I don't want to do it. But that's rare. They really are really good for writing for our characters now at this point. Yeah, does that answer your question?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I was just going to ask, is there going to be another musical episode? And if so, what would you like to sing next?
I mean, we've done one every season, so I'm not supposed to say if we're doing one or not, but I think there's a math equation somewhere in there. I don't know what it would be. Some 80s ballads would be really fun. I keep asking for Bjork, but that's like never gonna happen. Nor would anyone do that justice. It'd be really strange. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. That's all we talk about when we get together is who wants what songs, and some people have very strong opinions about it.